What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. It's episode number 73. So much to get through today, man, as we've got massive games in this area, getting to the official halfway stage of the season, including Como, the league leaders, our first game today, as we are right now 9 points behind. Classic Doxy boy, can't do simple maths. Also, the January window opens today. I will probably make a signing as well. 2 players on the treatment room right now, and a lack of depth too. Yeah, I'd say with 70 million in the budget, I'm probably going to bring at least 1, maybe 2 new signings today. So loads to get through. We'll crack on with our first game. It is indeed the league leaders, Como, right now, backed by that investment right now, top of this area, going for that title. And right now, with us 9 behind them in this the home game, I don't think we can afford to lose in what has been a really inconsistent season so far. So first game, probably the biggest game of the season so far, Como in Rome, 4-0. I did a career mode with Como a couple of years ago, and it was really fun. I think it was just when they were taking... Oh, what a ball that is. And Alfonsi, denied by Bulker, and I couldn't tuck in the rebound as it's cleared by Como. I think it was just when they were taken over by the Indonesian consortium. And I mentioned before, it's such a... it's such a beautiful location, Como, with the famous lake as well, of course. And to me, I'm not surprised that they eventually got taken over and so much money getting pumped into the club, because there are so many places in Europe that would be brilliant for billionaires to go to, buy out the club, pump tons of money in it, and make it a great profitable venture for them. And Como, of course, up there as Fabre gets through and belts in the opening goal. But tonight, whether a beautiful location or not, they're in our backyard. Rome, one of the most beautiful cities in Europe too, and this man, one of the most beautiful players we've had in this Frederick Fabre. He does it again. He is just that good. And if we are to win this Serie A title from the position we started off at, stumbling out the blocks, this man will be the main reason why. Top scorer at it again. Frederick Fabre. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The staple of a Doc's career mode is that there's always 1, 2, sometimes multiple heroes within that save. You know, every single save I do, there's going to be at least 1, you know, pretty much always. There's very rare career modes I've done where there's not really been an out-and-out star. But I would definitely say that despite all of the career modes, I have all the heroes, there's only been a handful of players where I've been like, oh yeah, like they are literally the level above. There's the top, and then there's the top of the top. And these guys are the ones who I'm like, I can do anything with. I feel like I'm in complete control. The anticipation, the composure. Everything is just elite, you know. Niang, probably my best ever. Ozundor takes aim, but it's headed away. Niang, probably my best ever. I'd put Marcano up there as well. I put Tony up there in terms of goal scoring ability. I don't think I've had a better finisher than him, but this... Oh, Tokpa. Oh, it's the post. And Como escaped. This guy's on the list. This guy's on the list, no doubt about it. Single-handedly, right now, keeping Roma's slim title hopes alive. But for what he did with Leon as well, yeah, man, this is... He is what's made this save so great. 3 minutes to go. I'm actually going to drop Frederick down to CM for the remaining minutes because, you know, like I said before, the guy can do anything. Not just great offensively, but tracks back brilliantly well too. Can break up attacks from an offensive position. As Peroni dinks 1 in, the header in goal, easily caught by Poses. Guys, calm down. It's the only thing I've had to do all afternoon. I'm fine. And that is going to do it for AS Rome. But no shame in this whatsoever, man. As I said before, the game's got so much more difficult over the past few years. I never had to do that 10 years ago. I certainly do now. Burn as much clock as possible, and that is going to do it. It is a ginormous step towards cutting the gap on Como at the top of the table. And AS Roma know that whilst we still are 6 points behind, what a great way to kick off the calendar year. Back in the title race, and despite the inconsistency this season, I said it, we don't need to win the championship, unlike what the board said, but a Scudetto is definitely a possibility, if we gain consistency. Ooh, and just before our following game, Juventus away in Turin, bid for Roberto, who I'm not against selling, to be fair, he's our 3rd choice striker right now. And obviously we know that at one point we would love to bring Kyle here as well, so not against that, but I'm not going to sell him to a division rival. It's Milano have put the bid in. If we get an offer from someone outside of Italy, I'll probably accept it. I'll turn down the Bilbao deal for realism, of course, but yeah, I'll consider that. but only if it's not to a division rival. So, right, let's jump into the following game. Speaking of division rivals, heading to Turin for the following game. The champions, the holders, Juventus away. But this season, struggling right now. In 8th place, only 9 wins in 18 games. They are the second highest scorers in the Serie A right now, only behind Roma. But heading into this game away against Juventus, well, again, another win here, another stop for Como, and the gap will be cut even shorter as we may move in to 2nd place. So, following game, Juventus away in Turin. Excited for this one. Come the end of it, the official halfway stage, hopefully cutting the gap to 3 points. So out of curiosity, I did just look at Norton's player profile on my transfer list, and he appears to be out of contract at the end of next season, which means I could snag him at a discount in this January window, assuming Sunderland don't give him a new contract. But I would need to raise £80 million. Now, that's doable. I could sell Roberto. Oh! And possibly one other star as well. But I don't think it's worth doing, man. I don't think it's worth doing. We've been blowing hot and cold this season so far, don't get me wrong. And it's just a booking for Conte on another day. That was late from behind. That could have been a red on another day, that. I don't think it's worth doing. Not this season. I say stick with what we've got. Stick with what we got. Oh my goodness, Juve flying in tonight. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think for next season, I'm definitely thinking that Baldanzi, who's going to turn 30, is probably going to go, and Freddie well played to find Topper out wide. Golden chance here as the Ivorian steps inside, whips one into the middle, and it goes Alfonsi heads into the stanchion behind the goal as Juve escape an early scare. But yeah, Baldanzi's going to go, Roberto's going to go. And with the budget we've got carrying over to next season, plus the initial budget next year, which hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, we should be able to get back into Champions League. Touch wood, definitely twice more, because I need 3 times for luck, because it's been a very mixed season. Then that'll give us a big budget for next year. And then I think we can definitely go for one of Kyle, Agustin, or Guerrero. But yeah, it's not worth doing in January. I say keep the team as it is, and possibly add just one squad player for the depth as well. Juve attack down the right, step it. Oh, wonderful flick back by Moyes Keane. There's Kefren around, rolls it across. Fabio Vieira finds Bolde. Quick 1-2, back to the former Barcelona academy. Gradually gets through. Great save by Polo, and Scalvini gets it away. Well, speed of blowing hot and cold, Polo for me this season. At times I've been less than convinced. At other times he's made some really big saves. That is a crucial one low down to his left on the ex-Barcelona youngster. Still 0-0, but both teams going close early. Definitely goals tonight between the 2 top scorers in the division. Oh, get in. Fiorentina in front away there in Como as well. So what a chance this would be to cut the gap to 3 if we can find a winning goal. But with 32 minutes to go, this is so often the way in career mode, man, isn't it? You've got the 2 top scorers in the league, bagging goals for fun, playing each other, and it's 0-0 with half an hour to go. As Moyes Keane finds space, Sakao rolls it through, back to Kefren around. Juve looking to get themselves in front. Here's Bolde, and Fabio Vieira denied by Polo, who tonight, when I've needed him to be on his game, has been with a couple of really smart saves. Still 0-0 as Alfonsi heads that corner back to Sakao. I'll take it. These are the holders of the competition, and whilst again this season having a bit of an off year. Oh, and Dora, nicely done. And Fabre, wonderful ball, and come on! Oh, what a goal that would have been! Brilliant ball, first time volley, just couldn't get it goal bound as it sails wide of the post. Very difficult technique on the weaker left foot, but even so, 21 minutes ago, I can't believe this is still 0-0, man. Seriously, this is the game I was so excited for this year. And it's not goalless anymore! Come on! Yes! Frederick Fabre does what Frederick Fabre does. Doesn't get a goal, but deceives the defender, deceives the keeper, chips it into the middle, but Alfonsi, not deceived, volleys it home into the open goal. And Roma draw first blood late in Turin. Had to wait a while, but now we've got it. And AS Roma draw first blood. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of that camera angle on the replay, man. It's obviously better than the one that only shows the centre spot, but I prefer it when it just shows it without kind of stopping, if you will. But anyway, 8 minutes to go, and Juve need a goal. And I would say for them, there's very little chance of getting back in a race to retain their title. But to miss out on the Champions League, they can't afford that. And a loss here will be huge for them. As Alfonsi dinks one in. And Fabre goes down, and Togba, oh, it's gone in! Togba scores, and Roma have hit the dagger. 4 for the Ivorian, woeful keeping. I thought for a second referee was going to blow for a penalty on Fabre getting pushed to the floor. No advantage given. Play continues, and I think even the keeper was expecting a whistle. Drops a clanger, drops into the bottom corner, and that is going to do it. Oh, definitely not a penalty. I don't know what I was seeing now. I thought it was a push on Frederick Fabre. Certainly wasn't. Right decision, but for the keeper, he's going to want that one back. Straight at him, pats it in off the post. Frosty fingers, drops a clanger. Roma have secured it. Well, it wasn't quite the goal fest of a game I was expecting, but to be fair, one of the reasons why is because of our number one. Ipolo on the other end made 2 brilliant saves, particularly on Bolde in the first half, and I guess it came down to a battle of the keepers, not the goal scorers really, because whilst he was brilliant, on the other end the clanger dropped late, ensured that Togba wraps it up, and Roma claim a massive win to surely cut it to 3 points. We were a long way off top spot recently, now we're right back in the mixer. Yeah, with that Fiorentina win, the gap is now 3, though we've dropped to 4th in the table because Lazio and Atalanta have played a game extra as this next game comes on the Sunday. So just 3 points separating the top 4, 5 separating the top 5, and 6 separating the top 6. It's an incredibly tight race for the Serie A title. To be fair, it's what we expected. So much parity in Italy, as we know. It's such an unpredictable top division. It's why it's one of the best countries to watch as a neutral. But yeah, definitely right back in the mixer now. And whilst we still got a whole half of the season to play, it is incredibly unpredictable as to who is going to walk away with the Scudetto. Following game, but this should be back to, not back to anyways, back home, but continuing our winning streak, I should say, in this area. Hellas Verona right now mid-table. But to be fair, this whole season really has been full of curveballs. You don't really know what to expect. We have some brilliant wins and some massive defeats. So whilst it should be a bit of a banker, you just never know. Following game, Hellas Verona at home as we aim to join Lazio at the top of the table with 43 points. Forza Roma. I think we're only halfway through the season and the campaign has gone so differently to what I was expecting, but so unpredictable as well. Like, the things that I thought was Kamada almost headed in the opening goal that I thought were going to happen haven't happened. And the things that have happened, I was very surprised about. I mean, the Conference League campaign, like I said, I thought we'd probably finish top of the league phase. We didn't even make the top 8. We got into the playoffs. We got CFR Cluj in February, and for the league season as well, Como and Lazio, the top 2 right now. Juve in mid-table, Milan struggling. I thought they were going to be the 2 stronger teams this season as well. For us, you can't predict the kind of campaign we're going to have. It's been brilliant, and to me again, this is what's great for the saves. Because sometimes when it does get a bit predictable, that's when you sort of start to lose interest a little bit, because everything sort of goes according to what you would expect. But when the season brings so many curveballs through, like we're seeing, yeah, to me it's great at freshening things up as Togba blazes one wide of the post. Don't get me wrong, it is fun to build dynasties. I don't know how Endor didn't win that. It is fun to build dynasties, of course. It is fun to dominate and try and become one of the most decorated teams of all time. That's fun, and it also brings its pressure in its own right. It's like, can you sustain that? How long can you keep that going? As Kamada has slipped through and ain't gonna miss that. But to me, Karim is at his most fun when it's unpredictable and it is a challenge, and that's for sure what we've had since when we joined Lyon in the first season. The second season, like I said before, PSG did struggle quite a bit. A lot more than we were expecting, but obviously, it still brought its it did bring its own challenge regardless. But with this Roma stint, it's been a really fun first season because despite all the money, despite the big rebuild, it's still a transitional period for us. This has been a really fun, what is third and final chapter here. And for our first season too, again, so unpredictable. And that's brought some great new life into the save, man. I'm loving this first season. We're only halfway through. As Fabre tracks back, Togba hits it to Kamada, and a chance here for a quick fire double. If Alfonso can slip through, he can, and he ain't going to miss this. Kamada through, 1-on-1 for the finish, 2-0 AS Roma. And earlier I was talking about Freddie Fabre single-handedly dragging us back in the title race. That's disrespectful. Top has been brilliant as always. The back line has been strong recently, going for what is our 4th clean sheet in a row. And on the offensive end, don't discredit Alfonsi and this man Kamada's goals as well. I think all 3 of them are in double digits this year. Half an hour to go, still leading by 2. Got the goals through Kamada. Haven't needed any more since then. As he's on the ball here, you know what? I would like to get one more for him because this is interesting, but I don't think we've had a single hat-trick since we left Sunderland. Haven't had one this year, and I don't remember getting one with Leon, and considering how much we struggled for goals, it was rare that we'd score 3 goals a game, let alone 3 goals from one player. It's rare we'd score 3 goals every 3 games. But let's see if we can get Kamada that first hat-trick. See, oh, that's greedy. Since leaving Sunderland, but that's the thing, man. You gotta let the game come to you, and it's gotta be natural. You can't force things, man. You shouldn't force it. Freddie was right there for a tap in, and I just totally ignored him, man. Oh, Kamada through, but he has got it now. I say sorry, Frederick, but I needed it. Kamada gets it first match ball since Sunderland, 11th in 20, and his 3 goals will deliver the 3 points. I know when I'm doing it too much as well, as Polo makes a brilliant save there and Leone gets it away. I know when I'm doing it too. Like, I know when I'm forcing things through one player too much, and that's the thing. I don't need to do that with heroes. Occasionally I will. I'm the first to admit it. I will sometimes force the play through them to get them more contributions as, oh, wonderful ball. Oh, it's wonderfully done. Oh, what a wonderful team goal for the 4th. But when the game comes to you, that's the best way to do it, man, naturally. And the best players will still find a way for the ball to gravitate towards them naturally anyway, because that's just the kind of presence they have. But for Kamada, well, I was saying we haven't had a hat-trick since we left Sunderland. I think this is the first time we scored 4 in a single game. It is wonderful. One-touch passing all the way through and a simple tap-in for our number 9. Is that our first player to save, scoring 4 in the game? I think it is. Kamada has been on it tonight. Fabre finds him. Well, you know, he's on for 5 goals here, Kamada. Oh, but that is why I should have taken him off. And Hellas Verona saying, look, if we can't stop him, let's go and injure him. And that is not what I want to see. Come on, that's naughty. That's naughty. Frustration boiling over. See, these are where you want to see the scenes of the players going towards one another having a scuffle, because that is clearly done out of frustration, and that's where you want to see. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It's not a meme, but it is a dream. 15 plus DLC. That's where you want to see a little scuffle, because that is disgusting. That is terrible. Absolutely terrible. And the fact it wasn't even in a booking is just ludicrous. But yeah, that's where you want to see some 15 plus DLC. And that may well be a season ender for Kamada. And so as we get back to the main menu, we'll see the injury extent for Kamada. Massive win to extend our streak, but a huge blow there. I think he's our 2nd highest scorer now, so for Roberto, he's definitely not going in this window now that Kamada is down probably for the season, and no, it's a 2-month broken metatarsal, so he will come back around mid-March time, but he's still going to miss massive games. The Coppa Italia quarterfinal, huge games in the Serie A, and not to mention the Conference League playoff, and if we get through it, the last 16 as well, so big blow there for our number 9. Right, following game, let's just crack straight on, man. It's been a brilliant streak for, oh, hang on. Budget malfunction. A banking issue has blocked access to 35 million transfer budget, temporarily reducing it to 34 million. Okay, alright, well, as long as we get the money back, I don't mind. But it does mean we probably won't make it. In fact, in that case, depending on how long that bank issue is, we may not be able to bring in a new player in this January window, because 34 mil is not a lot to work with. That's so cool. These unexpected events are really good. That's thrown a curveball. We've got 3 players on the treatment room. I was probably going to make a signing today. Might not be able to, so we've got to stick with the score. These unexpected events are brilliant, I must say. And a brilliant new addition from EA. Really, really liking them. Great new feature, and I give them a lot of credit for this. But let's jump into the following game. It is indeed Napoli away at the Stadio Diego Maradona. New stadium out of the game. You love to see it. Heading to this one here in Naples right now. We've jumped up to 3rd place, and we've got a game in hand. And a win today away in the south of Italy will see us go top of the table for the first time since match day 1. Brilliant win, but with 3 players down, including the man that just scored the 4 goals. Tough one here away against Napoli, just outside the European places. Forza Roma. I am having so much fun making today's episode. I must admit, this is really, really enjoyable. And, the games have been fun. That win against Juventus probably the pick of the bunch for me, and obviously the injury, a tough challenge to deal with, especially with the unexpected event curveball too. Very fun episode to make this one. Let's see if we can keep it going with a big win here away in Naples that will send us top of the table. Fabre will offload it, and the door takes it on slightly early. Good save, and a rebound straight to the keeper from Roberto, and Napoli will escape. Having a tough season, but for us, we can't afford to be sentimental. We got to win this game, man. A chance to go top, cannot spurn it. 20 minutes to go here at the Stadio Diego Maradona. As you can see it in its full glory from behind Polo's goal. But not really much glorious about the game, unfortunately. Very little to report. We've got 18 minutes to go. It's been a bit of a dead rubber of a game, really, and I was so excited for it. But sometimes it's just how it goes in career mode, as Andorra is dispossessed by Noah Lang from behind. And a chance to go top appears to be spurned. It's not the worst result in the world. This is Napoli away from home, but it will be disappointing to know we will stay in a chasing position, and we may end up losing this as well as Bayer goes for goal and almost caught Polo out. Well, that is definitely one to forget. Dead rubber, goalless draw, very little going on. And whilst our clean sheet streak does extend, our winning run comes to an end, and a chance to go top is spurned. We'll still have one in the following game, penultimate game today. Next up, it is Como, still leading the league after 21 games. Might have stumbled a little bit recently, but still in pole position. But a win here today away against Como, and we will go into pole position for the first time since match day 1. But it is so close, man. 1 point separates 4 teams and 3 separating the top 5. It's still anyone's guess as to who will win this Scudetto, but a chance to go top here with a win away against Como. Let's complete the season sweep and win back-to-back for Roma. I do wonder what the future is for Como. I know they redeveloped one of their stands to bring it up to, I think it's security requirements, for playing in the top level of Italy, but at some point I think they'd like to build a new stadium. But wherever they're playing, if they play football like that, I'm sure they'd have a large following both in the north of Italy and abroad as well, because that was a glorious team goal, and this is why they are top of the table, not through luck but on merit. We may have beat them in Rome, but looking to get revenge. What a way to start. Our clean sheet run over and an excellent opening goal as Como take the lead, and Freddie Fabre has his shot easily caught. Tough start to the game there. We were held scoreless in Naples, still yet to get going, as that's a brilliant turn from Barone. And a lovely ball out wide to find Jassim as well. Pops it into the middle, roll back inside, great save by Ipolo. And Karuma should get it away, and does, but wow, what a start from the league leaders, man. I knew it was going to be a tough game out there, but after we beat them so recently in Rome, I was going to play like that again, and we should beat them back to back, but instead, it's all Como. They didn't turn up at the Stadio Olimpico. They certainly have tonight, as Topper finds space and grips one just over the bar. 14 minutes to go, still down by 1, as Fabre's corner is headed away. And Como, and another I did hesitate for that. I thought it was going to be another injury. It should just be a bruise for Karuma, but another injury, and this is not looking good for Roma, man. 3 players out still. Going to be held scoreless for 2 games in a row. Oh, no, we're not. Alfonsi's through. Come on! But it will still be back-to-back games without a win and back-to-back chances to go top spur. Now, Fonte bails us out, but it's still 2 points dropped. Back-to-back games without a win for AS Roma, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. I've got no concerns of our goal-scoring ability or our quality, but it's our consistency that's been our big problem this season. Once again, spurring the chance to go top with 16 games to play. We could still go top in our final game today at home to Lecce, but only a win will do, as our cross-city rivals, I say cross-city rivals, we play at the same stadium, but Lazio go top by 2. So yeah, final game today will end on this, back at the Stadio Olimpico. It is struggling Lecce, only 5 wins all season long, coming to Rome, and again a win could send us top if Lazio fail to match our results. So final game, it is Lecce at home. Let's get back on track, shall we? Forza. One thing's for sure, I need Freddie back in form as well. Back-to-back off games from the captain and the leader. I need to be more... That's not what I meant to do. I need to be more assertive, you know. I need him to be a lot more assertive. And it almost switched to endure there. I wanted to pass it to him, so he took over and passed it to no one. But yeah, get on the ball more, demand the ball more. It's what you want your stars to do, man. Can't be passive as a star, that's just the honest truth. As he takes aim for range and hits the crossbar early. But these are the games I need to be assertive. And he certainly was, he certainly asserted himself early. Off the crossbar early, decent delivery, good claim. Can you be a passive star? I don't know about that. You can be a selfless star, that's for sure. But a passive star, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I would like to. Oh, what a ball that is! I'd like to say you could be, because I'm a very passive person. As Jairo Roca almost bent in the opener for Lecce. But I think you need to be a bit assertive. My friends and I have had this discussion before. I think to reach a certain level, no one likes cockiness and arrogance. We talked about that recently, but I honestly think to reach a certain level, I do think you need a bit of that. I really do. I think in order to be one of the greats, in order to be one of the best in your field, I think you have to be arrogant. I really do believe that. I think you have to have a certain level of swagger about you at times. To say, yeah, I'm the best, I know I'm the best, and I'm going to prove why I'm the best. Because that puts pressure on you to always be the best, to always try and take your game to the next level. And a passive star, is that possible? I'm not sure. I don't think any of the all-time greats in any field have ever been considered passive. Anyway, Frédéric Fabre, like I said tonight, needed to be assertive, not a bad start. Hits the crossbar, gets the opening goal, Roma in front. Yeah, there's a difference between being passive and selfless. Same way as the difference between being, arrogant and confident. There's a difference between them, really. So I'm not saying that, you have to be, completely selfish to be a superstar. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Look at John Stockton, for example. His prime was Joel Rock. Is that onside? I thought he was offside there. He's not. And Lecce had the leveller. But yeah, for Frédéric Fabre, well, these are the games where I'm saying, bro, I can't afford you to have an off game. I can't afford you to be a little passive. I need you out there. You got one goal. I need another one now. Back-to-back games without a clean sheet. Roma's run defensively definitely over. And now I need another goal to restore the lead. Fabre, wonderful turn now. And Roberto has top out wide, he'll find him. And it's slid back into Roberto. And Augustine, rips one just wide. I need him to score some goals, man. Deadline day directly after this. But if I can't get him scoring, I'll need to bring in a striker. I don't know how we'll be able to afford one, especially with the bank issue we've got. But, I mean, at the moment, something's going to need to change. Otherwise, there's no way we'll stay in the race for the title. 23 minutes to go, and as things stand, it's going to be 3 straight games without a win. And again, the lack of consistency costing Roma. Last chance. Last chance. Last chance. Frédéric Fabre. Alfonsi onside for the win! As Roma have won it to death. A massive late goal in the race for the title. And in a game where I said, Freddie, you were too passive in those last 2 games. The only way we can win our games and win championships is with you being assertive. How about a goal and an assist for the game winner? Alfonsi slipped through, keeps his composure, and the Stadio Olimpico erupts as AS Roma claim a massive 2 points late in the race for top spot. Absolutely crucial moment as a late goal will surely see us hold on for it. But my goodness, do we get away with that? Goodness, do we get away with that? Not just with a late goal, but Lecce had some brilliant chances, but Roma scraped through to keep their race for the Scudetto alive. But that'll do it for today's episode of Carimo, guys. Brilliant one. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed making it. If you did, please drop a like. Much love to you. Have a great day, and I'll see you for the next episode. Deadline day. Do we make a sign? We've got the Coppa Italia quarter-final against Lazio, and we should have both legs of our Conference League playoff against Cluj. Have a great day. Much love, and don't miss the next episode. It's going to be massive. I'll see you for it very soon.